Well, guys, we just got to talk about this nonsense article from the Daily Mail that's talking about the good old elf passports. You know, the thing Sajid Javid put in place just before Christmas, despite all evidence from other countries showing just how pointless they always were. Of course, that didn't matter to old Rabid Jabid because it was never about health, as you know. It was done to coerce people into a medical treatment, and that is literally it. Well, guess what? They're being scrapped in 2 weeks apparently, and Sajid Javid is actually trying to take credit for it. Yes, if you can believe it, he really is, but we will deal with that tosspot shortly. Now, obviously, the pushback against them has always been there, but from what I can tell, most people just ignore them, and rightly so. First, though, I think it should also be remembered that 100 Tory MPs actually voted against this alongside a handful of Labour ones. I mean, shit, even the Corbinated Chicken and Diane Aberpotamus voted against it, which was a bit of a shock, but even a broken clock is right twice a day, I guess. The General Labour Party obviously backed it to the hilt, so are as responsible for it as the Tories are in my book. Now, essentially, this article states that Sajid Javid has announced that the health passports will be scrapped this month after he killed it. This is obviously bollocks. It's being done because they're up shit creek without a paddle, without a doubt. As you likely know, the narrative is failing hard, and the government's parties proved they did not fear what they told people to hide from all this time. And actually, even the nudge unit is turning on the government. This is likely in the hopes of avoiding blame for the damage done to people's lives in the last 21 months. Of course, we ain't gonna let them off the hook, but that is what they seem to be doing based on the bullshit coming out of this article and others. In fact, I would say everywhere the narrative is actually crashing hard, with people finally able to see the bloody obvious that's in front of them. It's only taken 21 months, but we might be finally getting there. And on top of that, this article kinda tells me that the pace is picking up on it, so this is actually good news, even if Sajid Javid is trying to take credit for ending something he has little chance of actually extending, if I'm honest. We must remember, and as I've already said, that last time they had to use Labour votes to get it through, and now given the party shit show, that is politically impossible to comprehend, I'm willing to bet. Letters of no confidence would fly in should they try to extend these rules, so I would say ending it has to be done. Now, obviously, it's not all perfect because they plan to keep some of these face nappy rules in place, but with enough public noise against it, that could actually get removed completely. As you know, and as I've already said, the government are on the ropes, the narrative is in the toilet, and they are literally trying as much as they can to keep their head above water. This you can literally see by all of the various articles and the complete flipping narrative that we're literally seeing around the country. It's happening everywhere else, but where I'm talking about and where I care about is obviously here.